studio. There we go. All right, here we go. The countdown begins in 3, 2, 1.
New Jersey with its own hockey team. You know, it's interesting. Meadowlands is the only NHL arena where the penalty box is maximum security. Maximum security penalty box. Help me.
Scott has done very bad things to us.
Do the bees know they make honey for you? This is the Morning Stream.
Good morning and welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, September 5th, is it? 6th? 5th? 6th. My eyes deceive me. It is the 6th. 2023 is the year. And I'm Scott Johnson and it's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Good morning. And
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day in the middle of a short week.
Yep. It feels a little odd when we miss a Monday for holidays or any other reason. It's just like, yeah, what day is it? Oh, yeah, right, Wednesday.
Throws off the whole rest of the week, really. Like, you know, makes me, because I think, Tuesdays don't have anything to prepare for the show or as much to prepare for the show as I do on Wednesdays.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, crap, what did I forget on Wednesday? And I did indeed.
Yep, I do as well. I forgot a whole bunch of things today. In fact, I was like, oh, shit, recommendals. I better get those in. And you, of course, put yours up like you always do. And I put yours in. And then I realized, I don't have Nicole's. And I had to rush around and do hers. But we're here. You guys don't need to know what happens behind the scenes. You don't need to see us stuffing sausage. You just need to eat the sausage. Okay? That's what you need to do. We'll go ahead and keep making it. You keep eating it.
You keep eating the sausage, we'll keep making the sausage.
That's right.
Sausage.
This morning, speaking of sausage, because it's funny you say this. Or it's funny we keep talking about sausage, because this guy across the street, I was out on the porch having a nice chai tea with my wife, and that's like saying TT. I know, everybody.
Yeah. Did you go to an ATM machine?
I did.
As well?
ATM machine.
Did you enter your PIN number?
I did, my PIN number. What else? There's another one. Can't think of it. Anyway, did all those things redundantly, and I sat out on the porch in these little chairs there. They got me for my birthday, and I love these chairs. And we're chilling, and the sun's just dappling us. You know, weather's lovely today. Things are cooling down. We're getting a little bit of early fall business going on. And I look across the street, and this old guy, and by old I mean probably got to be 70s, probably 75, something like that, is in a pair of tight, I guess they're probably gym shorts, but they look like tight cut off sweatpants. So they were cut off. They were cut off just above the knee, but they were very tight on him. And it was that, and it was him holding in one hand what looked like probably like just some sort of morning sausage, like a Jimmy Dean thing. I don't know what.
Sure. Okay.
Something in a little like napkin thing. No, it was like a little, I don't know. There was no bun or anything like a hot dog.
There was no blanket. It was just the pig.
Just the pig,
no blanket.
A pig, no blanket, exactly.
Yeah.
And the other hand, he had his keys, and he was holding them daintily with his thumb and his two first fingers like this, with his pinky and his other finger out, like he's drinking tea or something.
Yeah.
And he had a sausage in the thing. He's wearing these tight things and a I don't know what color it was, but some kind of tight upper top. Looked like the guy was going to the gym or something. I don't know.
Sure.
And the way he ran across, because his car was parked across the street in front of our house for some reason, not at his place across the way. So for whatever reason, he just is doing this tiptoe dance from where he lived out to his car, and the keys are jangling, and he's got a little sausage in his hand. He's doing this whole thing, and he's grinning the whole time and humming something to himself. Couldn't make it out. Don't know what it was. Okay. And then when he gets to the car, he does this thing that I am starting to do. I think it's a tall guy problem. And as we get older, it just gets harder. But his car's kind of small and low to the ground. So he opens the door. He puts his butt toward where he's going to sit. Now, most people would just immediately go, and they're in, shut the door, and drive away.
Right.
He
points his butt facing forward when they get in the car.
Yeah, he points his butt, and he goes full Mitch McConnell for about 20 seconds, where he just kind of freezes. He's out looking at the street, still humming, just slowly easing his butt in. Slowly going in. And then finally sits in there and pulls away. And I just have to say, it was a delightful thing to have to witness in the morning, you know?
I'm sure, yeah, exactly. He had this agenda. He checked off every box on his to-do list for this morning.
Yep.
Sausage keys, ease into the car, hum.
Yep. Awesome outfit, slow sit into the car. Yeah, all of it. So I'm impressed and also entertained, I guess, by it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just a weird thing to see in the morning. I didn't expect it. He didn't see us because we're kind of hidden where we're tucked in here. So he doesn't see us on the porch watching him. And which is great, by the way, because if someone comes by with their big old dog and their dog poops on our strip or on our lawn.
Yeah, you can.
I can police it. Now, I don't even do it like overtly. If somebody does this, and it's happened, they don't think anyone's there. And if they start to leave without doing the thing, I just go like that. And they go, pull out a bag and do the thing.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
funny. Oh, see, I'd have no problem with just saying, hey, you going to get that? You're not going to leave that there, right?
I feel like for me, it'd be like a 2-stage thing. I'll do the cough.
This is the warning.
There's my
right?
courtesy
This is
cough, exactly.
Before you give them a ticket, this is the warning.
Yeah, if you don't want a confrontation, here's my cough. Let's avoid one. And then if he doesn't do it, then I'll be like, that poo isn't going to pick up. It's, whatever I'm going to say.
I just feel like I may, and again, this is me assuming with the neighbors that I know up the street whose dogs do poop in my lawn.
Yeah.
That if I were to do the cough, they'd pick it up then, but they wouldn't pick it up next time. Whereas if I call them on it and I say, you're not going to leave that there, right? They're more likely to pick it up every time.
Interesting. I should be leaving a mark, is what you're saying. Like,
yeah, you need to to leave a mark.
I need to have an impact on this person.
Exactly, yeah, because I feel like they're the cough is just like, oh, he caught me this time.
Maybe not next time. But if I make a big deal out of it, then that guy's never going to try it again, right?
I think so, yeah, because you won't know if you're up there. It'll be more of a memory, an indelible mark in his brain that you could be up there, whereas the cough could have, come from inside the house, could have come through a window, whatever.
Right. Could have been another neighbor for all he knows.
Exactly.
He doesn't know.
This whole I'm seeing such an increase in the prevalence of the I'm going to do this because I want to kind of attitude lately. Perfect example is I see this when I'm lifting all the time because I have to get onto the highway, get off the highway a lot when I'm driving for Lyft. And
wait, I have a thing to play for you for that.
Play it.
Yeah.
Play it.
Here we go.
Make sure I get a 5-star rating, Junior.
There you go. Got
There
some
we
new
go.
ones
Nice.
from Brian. Anyway, go ahead.
I love it. So sometimes on ramps when they have if it's a highway that gets a lot of traffic, or at least a lot of traffic in that area, they'll have the metered lights. In other words, the lights that say 1 car per lane can pass through. Right. You have to stop the red, and then like a few seconds they turn green. 1 car from each lane can get on the
especially during
road.
traffic times, right? Like higher.
Especially during and they usually have them timed so that between 4 and 6 or 4 and 6 they have those lights on.
Sure.
It is now inevitable that if there is a line of 3 cars on the left side, or even just me waiting for the red light, someone will just fly through that thing if there's an open lane. Who cares? Just fly right through. And it's like just I don't care. That doesn't apply to me kind of attitude that is becoming more and more prevalent on the roads.
It feels like I'm going to go ahead and agree with you and say I feel like I see this more than ever.
Yeah.
But part of me wonders, and this is just a theory, if it's just us becoming our dads. Do you know what I mean? like I don't mean that it's not, because there are obviously people who are being dicks on the road. But it feels I remember my dad doing this.
I'm sure there's a little bit of I used to be the guy who was one of the fastest people on the road, and I still will routinely go between 5 and 10 miles over the speed limit on the highway pretty regularly. But then you still get people who come up as quickly up your butt as possible, like as quickly tailgating you when there are lanes that they could go around. And that's what I just say to myself. It's like, look, I'm going over the speed limit. I'm already doing what I'm going to do. I'm going faster than the lane to my right, so I'm not going to get over in that lane and then all of a sudden have to wedge in this lane because you're behind me.
Right.
Go around me to the left. There's an open lane, passing lane.
Yeah, that's the point of a passing lane.
That's the point of a passing lane.
It's like we're Seinfeld having to explain reservations here. It's not that hard.
I had 4 big Irish guys get in my car yesterday, Claire, from Wexford.
Jeez.
You're familiar with Wexford?
Hold on a second. 4 at the same time, all in your car?
4 at the same time. Really big guys, too, all packed in the Kia Soul. 3 of them jammed in the back, another one up front.
Damn.
And I don't know what they were here. We're going to Red Rocks. We're going to see Dirks Bentley. What? Really?
Dirks Bentley?
I mean, Dirks Bentley. Like, I mean, yeah, go to Red Rock. Whatever. I say if you're in town in Denver and a band you don't even care about or a singer or whatever you don't even care about is playing at Red Rocks, go see him anyway because...
Or even if there's nobody playing, go there anyway, right? Can't you just go there? Like it's almost like the public can just walk.
It's open until 2. Yeah. After 2, if there's a show that night after 2, the parking lot closes. You can't get in. So
I'd do that even if I was in town in the morning and had to leave. I'd be like, well, let's go just for a half hour. Let's go check this place out.
In the morning, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But seeing a concert there is still a different experience than just going there when it's opening hours, daylight. People are walking around the stands because just the music and the feel of these 2 massive rocks on either side of you, like you're I don't know, being hugged by the earth as you watch this music. It's
awesome. Yeah,
it's amazing.
So cool.
Yeah.
Did they? Who's this artist again? I haven't heard of this name.
Dirks Bentley, country performer.
Oh, bunch of Irish guys going to a country concert.
That was the funniest part. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's spelled Dirks.
Wow, that's crazy. Did they how are they as far as the ride? Like was it like having Claire?
They were super nice, friendly, chatted with each other and me the whole time. They weren't big fat. I mean, they were big like football player big.
Like just big fellers,
Just big fellers. And I did feel like as soon as they got in the car, just like all right, a little extra gas to get up these hills now.
Yeah, wow. And I thought there was a limit with ride sharing, or is there one? How many people can go? Is it just what your car will hold?
Yeah, it's as many as your car hold, but they won't give you, like, basically my car is listed on the side as being able to hold up to 4 people because that can fit. I've got 3 seat belts in the back. I've got 1 up front. So technically I can hold up to 4 people. So, if somebody says I need a ride for 5, even if I'm in the area, it won't give them my car because I'm not listed for that. It'll give them an SUV or something.
Okay, that makes sense. Do the SUV?
Sometimes they don't even put in how many people are coming.
Here's another insider question.
Yeah.
Do the SUVs and the larger car formats do they get more money for being that?
Only if they are newer than a certain year and they're considered luxury. Then they get lift preferred.
Okay, so if it was like an Escalade, a 2020 Escalade with 7 or 8 passengers,
then I could put myself on preferred. I'd be able to take 4 or 5 people and lots of luggage. Yeah, and it's weird. It has to be, at least with Uber, it has to be a black car, and it might be the same way with Lyft.
Really?
Whereas the color of your car, because it's nicer to ride in a black car.
That's weird.
It is really weird, yeah.
I guess I can kind of see it, like if it's nothing but fancy people. But you would have some stories, I'll bet. You would pick up some weird folks who are just drenched with money out looking for a good time or whatever.
For sure, yes.
Brian would be the guy. That's great.
I'd be the guy. I picked up, Saturday morning or Sunday morning? No, it was Sunday morning because we did film sack Saturday morning. Sunday morning, I get in the car, I turn things on, and immediately I'm on the highway heading into Boulder thinking, all right, well, I get some nice short rides up in Boulder. The kids are all out. They probably need to go pick up their cars that they left at the bar the previous night. And first ride I get is as I'm heading on the highway into Boulder, down this big hill into Boulder Valley.
Yep.
And Lyft is great about this. Like, oh, hey, a new ride for you. By the way, turn now. That exit. Get off the exit. Get off the highway right now. Go.
Wow.
And it's, they could give me a little more warning, or they could say, all right, well, you'll have to go to the next exit and do this turnaround thing. But it's like, immediately, and I know it's a grass is always greener on the other side of the fence situation. I know it's like, I only notice it, or I guess not grass is greener. It's the shopping, the checkout line always moves faster the one you're not in. You only notice it when they do it.
Or you buy a new car and suddenly you notice your car everywhere. Because,
exactly. You see everybody else has the same car.
Right.
So, so I'm able to get off the highway, but I'm in the wrong lane, and it splits off. One way goes north, the other one goes west. You'd think it'd be north and south, but it's not. And so I go north with the intent, well, I'll go up to the first intersection where I can legally do a U-turn and come back.
Sure.
And Claire, nobody was on the highway. It was Sunday morning on Labor Day weekend, Claire. I didn't cause any traffic. Believe me, there was nobody around me, or I wouldn't have done it. Anyway, so as I'm going up to make my U-turn, I get a call, and it's this recognizable 415 San Francisco number that means that the passenger is calling you. And I'm like, oh God, they're going to say, you took the wrong turn. You're supposed to go west there. And I'll wait till you're done. There you go.
No, I'm listening. Why'd you
well,
pause?
You didn't laugh at my joke anyway.
Oh, what? There was a joke?
Yeah, never mind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't hear it. Go ahead. I thought it was just anyway. I thought it was just part of the story. Keep going.
It was part of the story, but it was intended to be funny. So I answer the call, and she says, "I don't know if it's an issue, but I have a medium-sized dog who'll sit on my lap. Is that okay?" And I say, "As long as she's adorable." And there's this long pause, like waiting for her to respond to that, like she's, I guess she's adorable. My dog is adorable. Because I'm not going to say, yeah, it's fine. I'm not going to just make it sound. I'm going to play it up and have some fun with her.
So she didn't get that. She thought you were being like serious or whatever.
I think she was taken aback by the response, that she was not expecting. I think she was just expecting, like
yes or
yeah,
no,
that's fine, or no, or whatever. Because
Sure.
I imagine she's probably gotten rides where where the dog was not allowed. Usually it's only supposed to be assistive dogs. Typically, like you're not supposed to take a dog into a Lyft or an Uber unless it's
Have you had pets before?
I've had lots of dogs in the car. I had one ride where I took a dog back to its home alone because the owner was back from vacation, and I basically took it from the person who was watching the dog back to its home. So it was just me and the dog in the car for.
Wow. Best passenger.
But it was
you ever
really
had.
sweet golden retriever or something. It was really nice.
But they're
dog.
almost always service dogs when you do this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that is the rule. That's the word I was looking for. Service dogs is that typically that's the Uber Lyft rule, is that, or at least the Lyft rule is that you can bring a dog as long as it's a service dog. But I don't,
You don't care, right? Like it's not going to bother
I don't care.
you. Yeah.
I'm dog friendly. I'll bring any dog.
Yeah, unless someone brings like a cat with the shits in the car or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you don't want.
Why does it have to be a cat that shits? Why can't it be a dog that shits?
It could be a dog.
In the car?
Totally could be a dog. It's because my memory,
You're so anti-cat, Scott.
my life is so tied to that time that I very rudely, and I would never do this again, and I still feel bad about it, but the time me and my friend were mad at another friend, so we took a cat, fed it laxatives, and then put it in his hot car, and then let it poop in his car all night. I still feel guilt about that. That was a terrible prank. We shouldn't have done it.
It was a terrible thing to do with the cat.
Oh, I know. The cat alone. Forget about the people in the car for a minute. Like the cat alone was not good. I shouldn't have done that to a cat. But that's why it always goes to that for me. If you're going to have a problem with a pet in a car, in my head, it's a cat every time. I've done it to myself.
That reminds me, actually, I had an Uncle Ben moment. I had a what would you do moment that same day on Sunday. Was driving down a residential street or street that had neighborhoods on either side of it, no houses backing up to the street, but one side also had a park. And There was one of these pedestrian things where if there's a pedestrian crossing this crosswalk, you stop, but normally there's not a light there or anything. And there was a car in front of me. It stopped for this woman who was walking across the street. I stopped behind it. And she had 2 dogs with her. She was on her way to the park. She had big, bulky headphones on. And she had one of those catapult launcher tennis ball things under her arm with the tennis ball part behind her.
With the scoop thing, right? The ones
with the scoop thing, okay. Exactly. Yeah. And the scoop part with the tennis ball in it was behind her. And as she's walking, the tennis ball falls out. And she doesn't notice it. She's got her headphones on. She doesn't feel it. But one of the dogs is like, just trotting along on the thing and then just like, well, no. Oh, no. The ball. You left the ball back there. And she's ignoring it. She's continued to walk across to the park. And I just watched this ball kind of roll down the street the opposite direction. And I'm like, oh, and I can't tell her because I can't like roll down the window and say, you dropped the tennis ball, because she's got headphones on. She's not going to hear it.
No.
I just felt so horrible. It's like an Uncle Ben moment. Like, I had a passenger in the car. I told the passenger, hold on a second. This is important. Pulled over, gotten the tennis ball, ran it over to her, made the dog happy.
You would have given that guy a story. He would have gone, hey, you should have seen what my Lyft driver did today.
Yeah, or he would have said, sorry, I was late. My Lyft driver decided to get out of the car and return a tennis ball to a dog.
You had to chase a ball. No, that's crazy. I understand that feeling, like you want to help him, but you can't. What are you going to do? Yeah. I get it. Hey, quick thing before we get to Tadpooley Feud. Yes. I heard this quote from Ron Howard that I really liked. And I just thought people might enjoy it. We're both movie fans here. We like, in fact, I'd say there's a good chance there are a few Ron Howard movies that we rather enjoy.
Oh, for sure.
And I always wonder what directors think of the, all the moves into digital editing, moving away from film to pure digital filmmaking, this sort of stuff. And I feel like none of the big directors really mention it all that often. Either it's really basic, like, oh yeah, I'm embracing it, or no, I don't like it, I'm Tarantino, I'm doing film, or whatever.
Right.
But he had this really interesting clip, and I just thought we're all a bunch of film buffs. We might enjoy this quote from Ron Howard. So former Opie, now legendary filmmaker Ron Howard, saying this about the modern state of filmmaking.
I'm less tired at the end of a movie now as a director than I was in my 30s. And that's really because of digital filmmaking. A lot of the stress and strain of trying to put a fine point on it on the set is gone. You can do that later. You can do it in post. You can refine it. Well, that frees everybody, frees the actors. It means we work faster. There's a better flow. All these things lend themselves to elevated achievements in front of that camera for those actors. And I think that's probably drives Imagine more than anything.
I don't know why I found that so interesting, but I do. Partly because you just never hear from these guys, and there he is talking about it, which is pretty cool.
Sure. It's just the fact that I'm less tired now.
Yeah.
Because of digital. How recent is that clip? Because my God, the guy still sounds like he's 25. Still sounds like he's following Han Solo in American Graffiti. Basically.
That was maybe a week ago, so
wow.
He could narrate Arrested Development until he's dead. Basically.
He totally could. Oh yeah, good point. Hilarious.
He just sounds like a kid. He sounds like little Ron Howard still.
He does, yeah.
Unlike his brother. Awesome. It sounds like weird Ron Howard.
Hey, Fonz.
And then we also got the shortest call ever.
Hey, this is for TMS. It's Dragulia calling back. Love the show, though. Thanks.
That's it. That's the call.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. Well, we love you too, man.
I have no problem with that. You guys can call and just say how much you like the show. It's fine. We don't discriminate.
For sure.
But we do this. We do this game thing. Dunaway comes in.
Yeah.
Does a deal. That's a good time. So why not?
He's in the game. We're good.
It's fantastic to hear. Let's get that going then and see if we can't make fools out of you and me. And if you want to be a part of this today, you got to send me a Discord ping, my personal Discord. You should all be a part of. If you're part of our server, you can just send me a PM. And when you do, I will pull one of you in to play with us today. It's you who could win. All right? So get that stuff in here. Get that call happening. Here we go. Brian Dunaway joining us for a little bit of the old Tadpooley feud. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hello, Brian.
Hi.
How's it going today, guys?
We're good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I got a dentist appointment at 2:30 now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tooth hurty.
Tooth hurt. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Tooth hurty.
The
I like
tooth.
that.
Funny thing is, the tooth don't hurty. But I did. If you don't know, I broke part of my tooth off on the backside, and it doesn't
right
hurt.
after Film Sack on Saturday too. Like it happened between Film Sack and when you maybe would have joined us for Playdate. Unfortunately,
I was so pleased. You know how it is when you're just going along chewing and you're like, well, that feels weird. Where'd the tooth go then? Oh, it's part of a tooth missing. That's a terrible feeling.
It is a horrible feeling. What were you eating when this happened?
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I was just like, I think it was like a sandwich or something. It's like if your teeth break off on a white bread sandwich. Right.
I've had that. My dentist told me last time I had a crown issue, I said, what are the worst things for crowns coming off or even just teeth? And he says, here's the list from worst to best in the top, or the top 3 worst. We'll say it that way. Number 1, bread.
Don't eat taffy.
He says bread of any kind is number 1 because bread, if it's positioned just right and you soften it just right, creates suction like nothing else. He says that's what he says. He's my dentist, so I don't know.
Interesting.
He says that. Okay. He said Swedish fish, number 2, and number 3 was dots.
How very specific.
No, it's very specific.
Candy with Swedish fish.
Yeah, he said Swedish fish, and dots was number 3, which is a whole other version of that. So
yeah, they're both there. Those are kind of the same thing. Yeah, I would have thought taffy would have been worse, but it's not a crown. It's literally. I had the old mercury fillings or whatever, the old silver fillings, and they replaced it like in this past year in February. And she says, she said, by the way, that tooth is cracked in the back, so might have to have a root canal or something eventually. And so I guess it just like broke off, and like I said, no pain. So I'm going to the dentist.
Just going in.
They say they're probably going to say they're probably going to say we're going to have to do the root canal and give you a crown, and it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of money.
Well,
glad you came to see us.
Hopefully what they do in that great grandma voice is they say, you just lost a chunk of it.
That's my dentist. She's a 80-year-old lady. So
yeah.
She's like,
and if they go,
open
really?
Up now.
Shut up. I want you. I really want. I've never had a female dentist in my life. Are there any women dentists out there? Because I want one.
Yes, totally. I have a female dentist. Absolutely.
We had one at when we lived like 2 houses ago. Or I guess 1 house ago, the place that we lived in, the place we went, it was one of these chain dentist places called Perfect Teeth. Yeah. And our dentist there was a woman. She got really irritated because Tristan had to look at everything that went into his mouth, so they couldn't, he wouldn't just lay back and say, all right, do it. They'd have to show him the sonic cleaner. They'd have to show him the little screw. They'd have to show him the little mirror. They had to show him.
Wow.
These are my fingers. These will be in there as well.
Why does Tristan have trust issues? What did you do to that kid?
I don't know. I don't know what we did to the poor kid. Apparently we did something, right? We broke him so where he can't, he needs to see what's getting put in his mouth.
Took him to the dentist. That's your problem.
That's
there.
Hilarious.
All kids hate it. Well, anyway, I'm glad it's not a big deal, and hopefully it's an inlay or something easy, and you don't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Let's play a game. We have on the phone with us a birthday girl. Yes, that's right. 9 of 12, September, joining us as our contestant
September
today.
Is here. Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Let's go party.
Yeah. You guys were just partying. Yes. You were all partying like a week ago or something like that, a week and a half ago.
That's right.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's good to have you here.
Hanging out with the bears, watching old videos. It was awesome.
Letting the bears dig through the cars. Yeah, it was awesome.
How many cars were affected? Was it just Dunaways or more than that?
3 or 4. Was it just 2?
Was there?
There was at least 3, right? I think there were 3 cars.
Wow.
It was definitely me and Chuck and Amy.
Only cars. They were protecting the environment.
Oh, that's funny.
There you go.
They were gas. Is that where there were a lot
that's
of hybrids?
True, yeah. Well, the electric cars, the handles
mine's hybrid.
recessed into the car.
Oh,
so
right.
the bears can't get the bears' claws can gain no purchase.
Yeah.
Couldn't try to open them.
That's right.
I really want to see how those bears open. I really want some video. I really want to slide their hands underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but nobody had. I assume there was
mine and Chuck and Amy's. Yeah.
No security cameras aimed at that parking area or any of that. I assume
no security cameras that we know of.
Oh,
there might have been
There was a
security
sign
cameras
on one of the cabins that there was a Ring doorbell, but then I don't know. Chuck couldn't find any
Neither of them had a Ring
evidence
doorbell.
of the actual doorbell.
That's weird. Well, all right. I'm glad you're here.
And of course, we assumed it was bears. I mean, I guess it could have been something else.
It
no
could have been.
one really knows for sure.
Yeah, didn't you see paw prints and hair and fur and all that? Wasn't that a thing?
But I mean, there's lots of things. There's the North Carolina Asheville Bigfoot. I mean, he could have been trying to take a ride.
Could have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, this is a good theory. Let's run with it. Let's go with the most unlikely scenario instead of the likely one.
Well, I had some sausage. I had some Jack Link sausages in there, so he's kind of down with that.
Oh, did you really? Oh my God. I know he got into your health bars or your Cliff bars and stuff, but did not like the Mentos. Was not a fan.
Yeah, we learned
of
that bears do not
not a
like
fan.
Mentos.
Yeah.
Well,
fresh breath. Blech.
Yeah, they're not fresh makers bears, it turns out.
No, they are not.
No. I'll tell you who is. It's September is. And we're going to play a game. And we're going to try to win her some codes and some stuff. And it's just great to have you here on your birthday. Hey, Brian, we want to explain these rules, even though I know September knows them probably by heart.
She probably could read them with me. It's time to play the Tadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. September, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Cosmic Express and Mirror Moon EP. Both courtesy of Steam.
Extended play? Okay.
I guess it's the extended play. It's got a couple extra songs on it, which makes it so much better.
Okay.
Big thanks to Racer951Y for sending these in.
Oh, good guy in our
Oh, Racer, yes.
Bear made the
hi.
best joke, guys.
Yeah. Oh, what?
What's that?
What's she saying?
Bears don't like Mentos because they're made of Coke.
Oh!
And they just foam up.
Cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear.
I've seen those commercials. I thought it was just polar bears that didn't like Mentos because of the Coke. But
Oh, man. I never thought of that before. You never do see one of those white
Coked up
Coke bears drinking or eating any Mentos, do you?
Right.
Conspiracy.
I guess it's true.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give you guys your topic. By the way, this is the last topic from the spring-summer Tadpool Feud survey. So make sure you go and fill out the new survey. It's already up. You can just go to tiny.cc/Tadpool survey, I believe. Let me confirm that. It's pinned in the Discord, in the TMS Discord. I think, Scott, you might have tweeted it maybe at some point.
I did. It's also up on the Facebook group. Shoot, I don't remember
cool.
the tiny.cc though. It was something like that though.
It's tiny.cc/Tadpool survey. And you
Okay.
can do it all lowercase. You can capitalize the T in Tadpool. You can capitalize Tadpool in survey, but don't do all caps. For some reason, I was too lazy to do that one.
That's all. Oh, you did multiples. That's pretty good.
I did multiple. Yeah. I was like, all right, let's make it so if they, however they go do it, they do it. And I will tell you also, we had one question that I just completely decided not to use. I'm going to tell you right now. The question was, what lesser known video game could use a remake with current technology?
Oh.
And I had almost 300, almost 400 answers to this thing.
Unique.
And I think the most unique, or the most any answer got, I think, let's see here. 4 people said Marble Madness.
Oh, only 4? Wow.
8 people said Pong. 5 or 6 for Qbert. Like it did not garner enough.
Interesting agreement.
They're the most
agreement.
diverse nerds.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I limited that one. We went with this one. All right, put your hands on your buzzers. We asked 389 Tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. Name a Halloween costume you wore or would have worn in the 1980s. Brian.
Sexy nurse.
Wow.
Okay. Show me Sexy Nurse.
Wow.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Wow.
I'll
needs to
repeat the
get on
question for
drawing
Scott
that
in
on
case
Runaway.
that helps.
All right.
Name a Halloween costume you wore or would have worn in the 1980s.
The decade part is interesting, but I'll just say Batman's probably on this list somewhere. So Batman.
Show me Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, number 7.
Really?
Yeah, very good.
The 80s part's throwing me, but
I'll go ahead and help you out here. Nobody said sexy anything. So
I can't believe nobody said as sarcastic as the tadpole is, and I can't believe nobody said sexy.
Yeah, nobody said
is crazy.
Sexy. Nobody said. Let me recheck here. No sexy nurse. There's nurse. One person said nurse.
Oh,
so,
all right.
Do I get that one? All right.
No,
I'm taking that one.
No, and that's probably because their parents worked in the healthcare industry, and it's just cheaper for them to bring home scrubs.
Oh yeah,
here's your costume, scrubs.
Yeah, wear my scrubs. Exactly. Ain't got no scrubs. Scrubs for a guy who's not me. Anyway, I don't know that song.
Sure. Scott, that means you've got control of the board, and you've got
good.
September.
Come on, you have to admit, pretty good hit. I was writing there for a second.
I felt the copy strike.
Yeah,
the copyright strike was coming.
You could feel it. September. What do you got? Anything hopping in your head?
Okay, so 80s, right?
Yeah.
So
80s.
That would have been
Halloween
old school Batman. I don't know. In the 80s, I was dressing as members of Kiss, but I doubt many of us were.
Yeah, I did Paul Stanley once, but I think I'm trying to think if the tadpole would lump it and say rock stars or something, or if they got that specific, or if Brian would let it go if we just did you know what I'm saying?
I think
like
Brian would just let it go.
You think?
What about more superheroes? What about Superman?
Yeah, Superman or Spider-Man were in my head too.
Oh, totally. Spider-Man, he's been around forever and ever.
Spider-Man feels like one. We'll do Spider-Man on this one, see if we get away with it. So Spider-Man.
Show me Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Really?
No, however, Spider-Man was on the list number 16. 6 people said Spider-Man. I dressed up as Spider-Man in the 80s. I had a costume that my mom basically had to sew me into because she started working on it the weekend before Halloween, and didn't have time to do any Velcro or zippers or anything like that. So that made for a fairly uncomfortable Halloween party that I went to.
Now, what you young folks gotta understand is when we're talking about a Batman costume, what we're really talking about is a TG&Y special of plastic that will cut into your face.
Yeah,
it's a cheap
with a plastic suit
with a elastic band that goes around the back of the head, and a flame retardant plastic suit that says Batman on the front of it, and it has a picture of Batman on the chest.
Yep. You don't know.
And you can stick your tongue out through the little hole. Barely.
Exactly.
Oh, that little hole.
No peripheral vision whatsoever.
That little hole, and it was all sweaty in there. Ugh. So gross.
Yep, and it wasn't until then that you realized how bad your breath stank. Okay, so I'm going to go with homemade costume, the one where you forgot until the very last second, and your mom goes, "Okay, we're cutting the sheets. You're going as a ghost."
Ghost.
All right, show me a ghost.
Jeez.
Scooby-Doo special, right?
Yeah.
Ghost.
Good call.
Or you go Charlie Brown and cut a bunch of holes.
I love that, though. That's one of my favorite things in Charlie Brown is all those holes. He couldn't get it right.
Yeah, and then you get rocks for stuff. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm already missing Halloween. Oh, it's not long, though. It's coming up soon.
You got time.
Month and a half.
Yeah, you got time. That'll be fine.
Now is actually a good time to start working on your costume. Not the weekend before Halloween.
Yeah, do it now.
Right.
Has anyone? Sorry to derail us for a second, but has anybody got the costumes all picked out? You guys know what you're going to be? Anyone know?
Well, I'm going on a cruise, a D&D cruise, and I'll be in the Bermuda Triangle on Halloween. But they're going to have a masquerade ball at this old mansion in Bermuda. So my husband and I are doing a crow and a white raven.
That's awesome.
Why do you get to do so much cool stuff?
All over his dress, and Rob 3D printed a mask that'll clip on his glasses.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. Freaking just to be in the Bermuda Triangle on Halloween. That is the best part right there.
Yeah.
Brian, I guess this will be our last conversation. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.
Bermuda Triangle.
Do you have to roll a 20-sided die to pick what you're going to eat from the buffet? Like, oh no.
Nice.
Botched. I guess I'm getting the green bean casserole.
Brian, are you Ibit? Do you know what you're going to do?
Although it makes my Halloween fairy thing a little tricky this year. I have to have somebody pick up the stuff, and I'll drop it off early and whatever.
Yeah, it'll all work out. Ibit, do you know what you're going to be?
I'm probably going to do a Bob Ross thing. I picked up an afro at Spirit Halloween back in June when they opened, and I'm going to be wearing
See, I got that joke. That joke I got.
Good,
that was good.
Excellent. I was hoping because I would have called you out twice.
That was a good one. Right off the bat, I got it. I'm good.
So I've got some, it's really cool because we've got the Beer Fest coming up later this month. I'm going to go Saturday night to see a band called Yacht Rock Review. So I'm basically going to get a lot of use out of this afro. I'm going to be Yacht Rock Joe with a headband, the afro, and some 70s, 80s sunglasses on Saturday. Then I'll repurpose it as hippie dude for the Beer Fest, and then I'll be Bob Ross for for Halloween.
I like it. It's
nice
an economic,
planning.
economic use of your wig. That's fantastic.
$20 afro, multiple uses out of it.
Yeah, love it. Learn something, kids. This is a good idea. Dunaway, sorry, I didn't let you answer. What are you doing? Oh, there you go.
Probably nothing.
Here's the answer.
Probably nothing. You're not gonna dress up or nothing. You love Halloween.
You didn't hear. Oh, I do love Halloween. You didn't hear me break in because really, it's going to be the same thing I do every year. I set up the projector outside in the front yard. I have a screen that I put up, and there's like a haunted hayride that goes through our area, and so I'm always playing some kind of Halloween movie out there and giving away candy.
Cool.
That sounds like fun.
I haven't decided what we're going to dress up is. We usually end up going to. We used to do our own thing, but we usually just end up going to Spirit of Halloween and just pick something up there.
Spirit of Halloween.
Just call it Spirit of Halloween. Is that
Spirit of Halloween? We don't have the real one here, so we don't have Spirit of Halloween. We have Spirit of Halloween.
Both of us are like, it sounded like a break noise in my head. I was like, wait a minute, what? Spirit of Halloween. I need to know more about this little offshoot. That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Scott, are you going to do anything?
I don't know yet. Kim says she's got some idea, and she won't tell me. So now I'm assuming I'll hear soon enough. But yeah, I think I am going to try to do something this year because I think we're hosting something, like a get-together.
Oh, cool.
And I usually am like too lazy by the time the day rolls around. I'm like, whatever. I'll just stay by the door and deal with the thing. But if we're doing a party,
couple's costume sounds like the best thing ever.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, surprise!
Chat room says I should be the predator. I don't know about that.
Oh, I like that.
That seems like a bad idea. Anyway, all right. Sorry, back to the thing. I don't remember whose turn it was. Was it Dunaway?
Let's see. You got Ghost. Scott got Ghost. I'm sorry, Brian got Ghost. So
still Dunaway then.
Jesus.
Well, we've given you a lot of time to think.
Wait, you're saying you could come as
right.
Jesus?
At this point, I've forgotten what the question was.
I'm going to be Jesus. That's what I'll do. I'll get a beard, long hair.
You're going to be Jesus?
Yeah. I'll walk in and go, hey, what's up, y'all? What's up?
If that's what you want. I was Superman more than 1 year in a row. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with... Y'all didn't say Superman. I guess it's Spider-Man. Superman. I'm going with Superman.
Sure.
Superman.
All right. Show me one of the other super friends. Superman!
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Nope, number 12, though, on the list. So
you bunch of liars. Every one of y'all. Every time I went out to go to Halloween, it was always like 50 Supermen. Come on.
So... What about?
I mean, let me re-emphasize the words 80s Halloween costume you would have worn. 80s.
Yeah, because I get a feeling in September, correct me if you think I'm wrong here, but I get the feeling that maybe we're going to have some 80s specific stuff that maybe even kids weren't wearing that often, but people are putting it on this list because they're thinking, well, that's something you would be in the 80s.
That's what I would have worn. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. So anything in your head? What do you got?
G.I. Joe.
Oh, I kind of like that. I did that once.
Joe.
Who's the Snake Eyes?
Ghostbusters. Holy crap!
I was Snake Eyes one.
That's I think one of the first franchises that everyone wore.
Jeez, y'all people rich.
All that money.
No, you just get the polyester jumpsuit one. Right?
Yeah. Or you just wear your dad's overalls and hold a stick. It's like not a big deal. I think Ghostbusters is actually the better answer. Let's say Ghostbusters. Let's do it.
All right, show me Ghostbusters. Yeah, it's not just the better answer. It's the best answer. Number one answer on the board.
I was alive in the 80s.
Yeah, you were.
People so full of crap.
Look, who knows? And this cuts out 3 years of the 80s. So 80 through 83, nobody was a Ghostbuster because it didn't exist yet.
Right.
So we're talking about the latter 7 or so years. All right. I like that one. We got to be thinking like that.
Think like that.
Yeah. And I think the chat has a good hint there with Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
so
shit.
Vader?
Of course.
yeah.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Duh. Plastic mask.
All
He's sweaty. Perfect.
Show me Darth Vader.
Nice.
That was the sound of a little kid with
That's-
one of those
that's believable.
plastic
Now-
masks. Yeah.
I was there. Yeah, there were plenty of Darth Vaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember now.
I remember. Oh, I remember that. I just don't remember any Ghostbusters.
So on the same thing or area or zone here, how do we feel about maybe Chewbacca's too specific? Oh, I don't know. I want to do. There's got to be other Star Wars stuff. Is my point. It would just that owned us for a decade. So what else would there be? Like Luke, maybe.
Leia,
maybe. Oh yeah, lots of Leia girls. Yeah. No, that was good because Star Wars actually gave you something.
I mean, because like the robe was easy to make, and then you just had to,
Bun your hair.
do your hair like that. if
Oh,
you couldn't.
so not slave girl Leia.
No.
Leia?
Definitely
Nice.
not slave Leia.
That's
Not
adult
appropriate
party.
for the little kids. No.
Yeah. I would say more Princess Organa, that whole thing. Let's go with that. Why not? Let's give the girls a bone here and say Leia.
All right, show me Princess Leia.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. I'm kind of amazed. I don't remember seeing any Princess Leias in this list, and it really surprised me because that felt like an obvious one.
Damn it.
No. Oh, here we go. Princess Leia from the end of Return of the Jedi. Somebody actually did have that costume. One person said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the end of Return
End
of
of
the
Jedi
So
did not. Yeah, that was not
Ewok
slave.
Village
So-
listening to the Jub Jub songs.
Yeah, the
and all that.
Jub. Those were cool outfits. They were like riding outfits. Like,
Yeah.
I officiated a wedding as Leia a couple of years ago.
Really?
Which Leia were you?
Were you Bun Leia?
Hard
Were
to
you?
say. I mean, I didn't have the general outfit, but I had a white shirt that crossed over, looked kind of like a road, and I did the buns.
Oh, really? Okay.
My hair,
so
my hair was like waist length at the time, so
Star
I
Wars.
did the whole buns.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of the throne room thing at the very end, Leia wears the same thing throughout the entirety of Star Wars, and then she finally gets a costume change at the end of the movie. Whereas in Empire and Return of the Jedi, they figured we can sell a lot more action figures if we ever change clothes.
Change it up. Yeah.
Like 8 or 9, your Hoth Leia, your Bespin Leia, your
I got a thermonuclear detonator.
Endor
Leia.
Leia. Yeah, right. Your Bosch Leia.
When
Right,
she
all
was
that
when she
stuff.
was hanging out on Cloud City, she had, I think, probably her best look. That's one of the figures I bought. But you're right.
I agree.
I swear that's a money thing where they're just like, you know what? We need to sell a bunch of figures. They can't all be in a white dress and buns. It's got to be more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't be in a bun, hun.
Yeah.
All right.
If I'm Kenner, I'm going crazy. Anyway, go ahead, Dunaway.
Since we're not actually going with costumes we wore in the 80s, and we're just going shit this 80s, then I'm going to go.
Name shit from the 80s.
Yeah,
Go.
Right, just naming shit from the 80s. I guess I'll go with Alf then.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You love Alf. I love that you love Alf enough to say Alf. This is good. Let's do it.
Show me Alf.
Are you kidding me? Come
No
on.
Alf.
There's nothing more 80s than
not
Alf.
even one in the list.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I see someone in the chat just mentioned this too. I kind of like the sound of some of the horror icons. So, like,
yeah, that's what I was
Freddy.
thinking too. Actually,
Maybe
Let's go with
Freddy-
the classics.
Freddy or Jason. Probably Jason more than Freddy, if I had to guess. Because that glove's kind of hard to make unless you buy the plastic cheap one. I don't know.
That
I feel like
is-
the hockey mask
Well,
is
which
simple.
one wore the Shatner mask?
That was Mike Myers. So that would have been
That was
Michael
Mike
Myers.
Myers.
Would you get credit if you just
Oh,
said
but the hockey
uh,
mask is
Captain-
Hockey mask is
Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees.
No, I
Yeah, I
would not
think
give them
Jason-
credit for Captain Kirk.
I feel pretty good about Voorhees. Let's try that first, and then
Okay.
we'll see.
All right.
I'm nervous.
Show me. Number
Whoa,
10.
big
Oh,
points.
Big points.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take that, Dunaway, right in the chode.
Hey,
Jeez.
that hurts.
Listen, it would hurt right in the chode.
Chode, even.
Let's see what
So
else.
specific.
Should we go horror again or no? What do you think?
We want to go horror, but maybe like witch, vampire, like more classic.
Ooh, that's witch. That's
Witch vampire.
Shut up.
What? I like either of
There was
those.
a comma.
Do you
The
have
comma was implied.
Do you have a preference of either of which of one of those, vampire or witch?
I guess we should go vampire because I don't know. I think we have more men than women answering this.
I feel like you're right. Let's say vampire. That Leia thing tells me that.
Yep. All right. Show me vampire.
Good one.
Yep. Vampire or Dracula, number 4 on the list.
Okay.
There you go.
So we still have 4 items on the list that have not been chosen.
Dunaway could still win. Points.
Let's see. 24. Yeah, he could. 17 plus 6. 22.
But can he?
But will he? Is the question.
Will he? Yeah. He'd need to get 3, so it wouldn't even count for a run of the board. But
we're getting a lot.
You get one more and you lock this thing down.
I mean, but you just got to remember, I said Alf. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So points are not. Oh, no, we lost September. I was going to say points are
September?
not. You've already won September.
I'll add her again. Here we go. I think she just cut out for some reason. There you go. Yeah. She's back. No worries.
Back?
Getting a lot of Indiana Joneses.
September's back.
How do you guys feel about Indiana Jones?
Again.
I think Indy's a good thing people would say, kind of like Ghostbusters vein. Like,
yeah, you get a whip, you get some khakis.
A fedora and a whip is not that hard.
Pretty simple,
right?
right?
You tell your mom, toss me the whip.
Yeah,
and she goes, give me the candy.
Throw me the Mars bar, I'll throw you the whip.
I mean,
yeah.
Some moms already had the whip. They didn't even need to go to the Halloween store. They might have already had one.
Yeah. That peanut butter cup belongs in a museum, Dad. That's what you'd say. All right, let's do it. Let's do him.
Show me Indiana Jones.
Boo!
I know. Number 14 on the list was Indiana Jones. So close. All right, Brian, you've got one more guess. And somehow, if you want to win, you need to rack up 15 points on this thing. So,
well, it's either going to be Wonder Woman or Smurfs. Since Tadpool's a bunch of small blue people, I'm gonna go with Smurfs.
All right. Could you? I'm not gonna make you be more specific. Well, maybe I'll make you be more specific. No, I'm not gonna make you be more specific. All right. Show me Smurfs.
Oh, damn it!
Did Smurfs even come up? Hold on.
I hated
that. Surprises me if it didn't. Yes, 2 people said Smurf.
Were you guys even alive during the 80s? Who was the Tadpool anymore?
The Smurfs were a big deal, but what would you look? You would look terrible as a Smurf. You just have the blue pants? Or no, the blue
face.
Have you not seen 80s costumes with?
They did make those plastic masks.
Yeah, I guess they did.
All I was doing was going down the aisles at TG&Y in my memory and seeing the Smurfs.
I've not thought of TG&Y, by the way, since the last one closed in Denver, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and I'm at the Sky City, and I'm looking through, and I'm seeing. I did see He-Man, but I don't think I might be up there. But yeah, that's what I've been seeing.
I'm seeing some.
Oh, I should have said He-Man. Shit.
Number 6.
Oh, He-Man.
Yeah.
Dang it! Of course.
Yep.
Brian, can you tell us, since these are all X's, can you just say if Skeletor is on here?
Skeletor is not.
Damn it.
All right. Yeah.
They put the wrong character on there. Go ahead.
I agreed. Number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Comic came out in 84. When did the cartoon start premiering?
That was late 80s.
Yeah, kids wouldn't have picked up
comic
just
book
the
was around.
comic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been your parents
Adultish.
dressing you like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You hinted at him. You didn't go with him. Number 5, Freddy Krueger.
Ah, damn it.
Plastic cutlery glued to a glove. Easy costume.
Yeah.
Red and green sweatshirt and a crappy hat. Done. I think I actually did that when I was at art school.
Wonder Woman, Cabbage Patch, or Rainbow Bright?
None of the above. Movie that I think came out in 1981. Kids and adults both loved it. Made you cry at the end.
Oh!
Son of a bitch.
E.T. No, that's a good pick, even though I'm trying to picture a costume. I guess it'd look pretty weird if you had
yeah.
It would have been the
E.T.
dumb.
was
It would have
pretty
been
awesome.
the dumb plastic mask with the elastic deal.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, it had,
Nobody's cosplaying any really well done like long neck fit in the squatty body
in their bicycle basket,
with
right?
a big giant finger that you point to in the bag for your candy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ouch.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Or a really funny shaped ghost. Isn't that how they hit him on Halloween?
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Oh, I found a few here.
Everybody thought it was Gertie. The next one's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Marty McFly, number 11.
Oh
again, all you need is an orange vest for that one. Superman, Pirate, Indiana Jones, Ninja, Luke Skywalker, Optimus Prime, or any Transformer.
I think there were ninjas. I'm not sure.
There were ninjas. We had ninjas.
Ninjas and pirates have always been a thing.
Yeah, always been.
They blended in so well. You weren't sure if you saw them.
Yeah.
Plenty of people as a pumpkin. Again, just a big orange garbage bag, and you're a pumpkin. Witch was number 21, by the way. So some people did say Witch. Chewbacca made it as number 22. Cowboy, Ewok, Jedi, Madonna, Clown, Hobo, Michael Myers, Rainbow Bright.
I like this word salad of
It's very
80s
sing-songy.
right
Totally.
It's sing-songy. I love it.
C-3PO, Captain America, Casper the Ghost, Cat and Catwoman, each getting 2 votes. Cylon, Devil, Grim Reaper, Incredible Hulk, Kiss. 2 people said Kiss. You might have been one of them, September.
I might have been one of them.
Knight Rider, Mario, probably not. Maverick from Top Gun, Michael Jackson from Thriller, Punk Rocker.
There wasn't no kids walk around as
Maverick.
David Hasselhoff.
No, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
In leather.
For sure.
That's not happening.
Scooby-Doo, Terminator, Yoda, and then a whole bunch of ones that just came as one person, Apricot from Strawberry Shortcake. Arab Terrorist, Attack of the Killer Tomato costume. I have a picture, LOL.
80s terrorist?
Wrestlers?
I don't think Bart Simpson. I think that might have been a little late.
It would have to be 89.
1989,
right?
right?
88, 89.
Any wrestlers?
No wrestlers, believe it or not.
Really?
Data, again, I think... Oh, wait, no. Star Trek Next Generation was 87 premiere?
All
right,
that is correct. 87. That is correct. Yeah, the horrible one with crusty space hands and the big costume and all that. That's
exactly,
totally 87.
Yeah. Energizer Bunny, Fire Hydrant, Football Player, Frankenpig, Gremlin, Gray Alien, Gumby, Hooters Girl.
Hooters Girl.
Oh, Hulk Hogan did make the list. There was one.
Okay.
Several people also didn't read the question saying name a costume you wore or would have worn in the 80s. So we had a lot of people, I wasn't alive in the 80s, or I stopped trick-or-treating in the 70s. It's like, that's not what I asked.
That's
read
not the question. Yeah, no kidding.
2 people said Gem, and they were both truly, truly outrageous.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Truly.
I thought Gem was the 90s, but I don't remember that thing. That was my
late.
Yeah.
My sisters
late
watched
80s.
Gem. I didn't watch that.
A lot of other typical Qbert.
No She-Ra?
Me-Too.
Qbert, nice to see Qbert getting some love. I like that.
Qbert would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robot. Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. Oh, one person said Skeletor. You had one Skeletor.
Oh,
Scott.
good. Well, I feel redeemed. That's good.
Strawberry Shortcake, Supergirl, The Flash, somebody dressed as the Giving Tree. I'm sorry. And finally, one person says, "Who the F remembers that shit?" There you go. There is your
man
feud.
There you go.
That's a sad one at the end. Well,
Skeksis would be so hard to do.
Oh, it would be, right?
No.
Yeah,
It's like Chuck and Amy on a great day.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
They're doing that this year, right?
Are they doing a Skeksis this year? Is that true?
No, I'm planting that seed.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if somebody could pull that off in our community, we would be we'd have more downloads. That's the point. Well, you get one of these then, September, for your win.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
Which means Brian is a loser and didn't win. We like to look at both the positive and negative of this, right? It's not always winners. Sometimes it's losers. But today you won. You won these codes, and Brian has probably already sent them to you, if I had to guess.
Hey,
are
it's
they
in the process
friendly, please?
because I'm writing a longer message. There we go. Now you got them.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, our Giving Tree was Red Fraggle, was Amy. She was the one who
really?
dressed
Oh,
as the
nice.
Giving Tree for Halloween.
Did she really do that, though? You were actually giving
I would not be surprised.
I love that.
It's so cool. It's so on point, right? Because it's a book.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's so perfect.
Can I ask a question of the two men here? And don't be embarrassed. If you can't say you don't want to say, don't.
Ahead.
But I feel like in the 80s, there was at least one, maybe it was junior high era, whatever, but there was one time where you dressed up like a girl because you thought that was funny. Did you guys do that?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I never
No.
did, but
No.
but
I did.
totally would have. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. Look at
No.
me running around like a lady. I don't know why I think that's funny. It wasn't funny then. It was not funny now. It's just dumb.
It was funny then, less funny. I mean,
I've never found it funny. It is when I've always.
Oh, come on!
hated
Even when
it in
Flip
cartoons.
Wilson did it.
Flip Wilson.
Even when the
did not
Monty
care for
Python
it.
guys did it.
Flip Wilson.
I
Oh
never
my
saw.
gosh.
I never saw any humor in it. I
is
just
so-
don't see any humor in it.
What a throwback
have
Flip
funny- I know.
Wilson's name
Flip
is.
Wilson. What about the 90-year-olds in our audience? But no, what about? Come on, when Monty Python did it, it was like, oh, it's kind of funny because it's.
I
Eric
didn't
Idle.
like when Bugs Bunny did it. I've just never cared
I
for it.
do
I'm
like
just
it. You know what? I liked it.
It's
when
just not funny.
Monty Python doing it's a different sort of funny because it's
It
not
is.
funny like ha he's playing a woman. It's that she's going like this and saying
Exactly.
Sam. It's just
the,
like a
it's
whole
the voice and everything that goes along with it.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
not just look at me, I'm dressed as a woman. It's a whole like jokey voice and stuff with it.
Exactly. And anyone who doesn't
So-
know who
I just
this Flip
yeah.
Wilson is, go look it up on Wikipedia and learn for yourself.
Like he's the oldest one I can think of that ever did. I know there were plenty of performers who dressed up as women before that, but
Yep.
Right. I mean, it's kind of my equivalent of Ibbott's hillbilly humor. I just don't find it funny. It's
Oh,
just,
interesting.
there's just
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
There's just nothing funny about it. It's just like, okay,
What about the
okay,
Queen
woo,
video
look,
for
look at you. You went and put. Go ahead.
the Queen video for "I Want to Break Free"? Come on, that's awesome because you got Freddie Mercury
I
with his big
appreciate. I
mustache
appreciate.
vacuuming
I
the carpet.
appreciate. I appreciate the art of doing that. I do not appreciate the humor of it. It just doesn't strike
Gotcha.
me as funny.
All right. Well, let's make sure and watch Tootsie for an upcoming film set.
That's right. Or
Tootsie is
White
fine.
Chicks. What's the one with the Wayans
Once-
brothers?
Oh,
Once
White
again,
Chicks?
none of that bothers me.
White
I just
Chicks.
don't find it funny.
Is that White
Is there
Chicks?
a-
White Chicks.
There was a Rob Schneider one too, right? Where
Yes.
the hot chick.
Hot Chicks or something.
Yeah.
Where he's on the front, he's holding 2 cucumber slices on his boobies.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen humor when people are,
Right.
I've seen humor
The-
before, but not because of the cross-dressing
The-
or whatever you
The
want to call
humor
it.
doesn't for
Right.
you doesn't come from the dressing up as a woman. It comes from what
Yeah.
the character might do when he dresses
Right.
up as
If
a
something
woman.
humorous happens, it's just they could be wearing anything.
So here's
Yeah,
here's how
that's
you
fine.
torture Dunaway at the next meetup. All right, you pin him down,
Right.
you strap him down, and you make him watch Bosom Buddies front to back, just the whole show.
I love Boosoom Buddies. The sincerity of what they
I just
do.
love that you call
is
it
great.
bosom buddies.
Bosom Buddies over at the what did you call? What was the
The spirit of Halloween.
Spirit of Halloween? That is my favorite thing I've
By
heard
the
in
way,
weeks.
please, somebody, Spirit of Halloween will be our show title today. I'm just saying it
Yeah,
right now.
whether you put it in or not, we're making that our title. All right, that's the rules. Anyway, I just would like to one more time say happy birthday to our winner, and I hope you have a great birthday. And that people take nice care of you today. Are you doing anything fun? Are you expecting anything cool?
Well, Rob doesn't listen, so I can tell you guys that his parents are flying in as a surprise from Prince Edward Island, and they're meeting us at the restaurant we're going to for my birthday tonight because his birthday is Sunday.
So do you like these in-laws? That's an important thing to ask before I make
Yeah.
judgment here.
Is this a pleasant birthday
I
surprise
hit
or
the
a
lottery. He got
Okay.
the crazy people when he married me, but his family is wonderful.
Oh well, good. Then that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear
very
that.
cool.
That's a rare thing. You should enjoy that for as long as you can enjoy it. All right. Well, congratulations once again. And Brian, tonight you and I are going to get together again at 3:30 Mountain Time to do a little play retro. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite video game genres, if you can even call it that, and that is video game pinball games. Ooh, especially the older ones.
Ooh.
Pokemon Pinball, one of my favorites of all time. Both the
Oh,
NES
that's a great
and
one.
or
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, I guess, and GBA versions are both excellent. I love Kirby's. Oh, I forgot the name. The Kirby one.
Kirby's Pinball Land.
Pinball Land. That's it. That's a great game.
Yeah.
There's a ton of other ones. Demons.
Space. Remember Space Cadet on the Windows 95 Plus? I loved that one so
Yeah,
much.
that was so good.
Came
There
free
was
with
a-
Windows for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
God, trying to remember what the there was one that it's a newer one that I was able to backload and install on the Marvel pinball machine. It's got all of like
No.
Mars Attacks and stuff like that. And I'm trying to remember the group that does it, but they currently put out some great pinball
Is that the Zen? Not Zen.
Zen,
Pinball.
yes,
Zen?
thank you.
Okay.
Zen Pinball,
Yes.
That's
they're
exactly
great.
right. Thank you, Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk
Zen
about
Pinball,
some of
they do.
that, some of those, some of the older ones, the ones that were trying to be realistic representations of a pinball machine versus the ones that are a little bit more fanciful, like Sonic Spinball or,
Will you talk about Wildfire, even though it wasn't a video game, but a handheld
we should.
pinball game?
We should put that on our list.
Oh.
Because I think that those count in this case. We're talking about retro stuff. That's pretty retro.
I mean, we're only covering 20 different pinball games. We should definitely throw in some more.
We've got time, Scott. We'll make it a 6-hour show. Totally fine.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff.
I would
on
love
there.
that. Let's do it.
But I'm excited
I
about
love
this
Wildfire.
episode. It's going to be great. So tune in today, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Unless his dental appointment goes long, it should be plenty of time. But if not, we'll let you know. And hopefully your shiny new tooth is not an issue or you're not in pain and all that. But assuming everything goes well. Exactly. We'll be there. We'll be talking about this stuff, and it'll be up on the podcast later. That's at frogpants.com/playretro. Brian Dunaway, is there anything else you'd like to say?
It's been a wonderful time today. Mm-hmm. I thank you guys for hanging out with me.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to say, no, you.
Okay, bye. Wow. He's got his own little thing like
That was very
Schleicher
nice.
now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Some people want you to stay hydrated. Brian Denowich, know you.
Yeah, know you. We're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, we're going to do recommendals at basically the normal time. It turns out the way things went today. We went along. It's fine because no Tom. Tom's still in Korea.
That's right.
So you're not going to get any Tom time till next week. But that'll be good next week because that's the Apple thing.
It's right. The day after the Apple event. Or is it the day of? It's the 12th is the event. So day after.
Day after. Yeah. Okay, good. That's perfect because we can kind of sum it up and all that.
I can't believe Apple came out with a foldable iPad. What?
If you want, we should plan now, you and I, to hang around and watch a thing and do a stream or something, co-stream.
I would totally do it live. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that because they usually start right around the time we end, I think.
They do, yeah. So I can stick around another 3 hours.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how long they go. I don't know what
it does usually go long, but that's totally fine.
All right, watch for that. Anyway, this break has a song attached to it. Brian will now explain said song.
Does, yeah. A new album from an artist who goes by the name L. Bell. But L. Bell is, what's the name of this guy? Christopher Pappas is the brainchild behind L. Bell. ELLE. Belle. So just how you think it would be spelled.
Sure.
Except it has E's at the end, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, brand new album is called How Do I Feel? Courtesy of Little Record Company. If you like the Shout Out Louds or Stars or Rah Rah Riot, you'll like this. Here's the first single from it. It's called Saturday. Here's L. Bell.
Now, for the real hardcore players, the ones that are crazy tight with the GC, we've got the MVP card.
I'm the guy that gave your daddy the chaff.
Oh, whoops, that's quiet. Let me turn that back up. By the way, that was sent by this thing right here.
I'm the guy that gave your daddy the chaff.
Whoever sent that, I cannot find your name, but I love it.
Nicely combined. Nice mashup there.
Nice edit.
Whoever did that.
Hey, remind me the band again that we played there.
Sure. The band is L. Bell, ELLE, That's so you can search for it. The brand new album is called How Do I Feel? And that's the first single from it. It is called Saturday. Single.
Well, it's time for us to ease into our little watching chair, I guess. I don't know what people use to watch movies.
Yeah,
TV.
Recliner.
Sure, however you're comfortable. You just sit on back and you relax and you enjoy this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Well, I can tell you what I recommend. I recommend listening to Recommendals, a little segment we do on the show where we talk about streaming stuff and we recommend them to you people at home. Speaking of Peenpole, we have Nicole Spag joining us. Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
Hello. It's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm on time. I feel very proud of myself.
You're not only on time, you are just back from a whirlwind trip to Ohio or Iowa or something.
Iowa. We went to Iowa.
That's what it was.
To a place called the Amana Colonies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And like Brian said, it is where the Amana refrigerator
the radar
company.
Range got its, the home of the radar range.
That's right. That's right.
There's some interesting. It's a historic town for sure. It's a
You guys are hobnobbing with some famous looking PBS looking wood
I got to
people.
see Roy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I
Roy
like that.
Underhill was there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Very
and then
nice.
I got a massive migraine when I got home.
Oh, well, look, Iowa Tools will do that to you. I don't know why, but they do. With us also, Randy Jordan, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe, joining us as well. Hello, Randy.
Good morning, stream. Good morning. Hi. How are you?
Oh, we're good.
Doing okay, man.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
it's great. Live responses to chat. Hey, Shoujo, I did watch at least the beginning of the live action One Piece. I didn't continue.
Oh, I'm hearing good things, but maybe it depends on your love for the source material. But I've heard
it does not translate.
Yeah, the source material is so vast, right?
Yeah.
It's like
and weird.
Yeah. So is the live action not weird? Is it too tame?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's actually quite dedicated to the source material. Like they're trying really hard, and I think that aspect of it's real good. I just wasn't drawn in by the story and the whole thing.
Sorry, there's lots of woodworking happening today.
Oh, I don't hear any woodworking.
I imagine there's lots of woodworking happening every day.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Or at least whispering. Maybe not necessarily woodworking.
Yeah. One Piece on, let's see, it's got a 96% audience score, 84 tomato rating. Like, seems like fans are happy, but if you're not into it, I guess you're just not into it.
Yeah. Number one thing on Netflix for days. Like, it makes sense. It just wasn't for me. I just didn't find the fun.
I don't know.
Mateo and Mark are watching it.
Yeah. Are they enjoying it?
Is it weird that I've never seen a single One Punch episode?
One Piece.
I'm sorry, One Punch. Oh, so it's not One Punch Man, it's One Piece Man.
Yeah, it's One Piece.
Yeah. It's One Piece
One
Man.
Punch Man.
Yes.
One Punch Man's a completely different thing that I will say once again, I think there will eventually be a live action One Punch Man that blows the world away.
Guaranteed.
Cool.
Guaranteed.
And when that happens, I'll come out and I'll say, is it weird that I've never seen a single episode of One Punch Man? So One Piece, One Punch Man, haven't seen either.
Yeah, they're both. I think One Punch Man's actually quite cool. I've never seen One Piece either, Brian. I have no idea. I just know it's some pirates, I guess, or something. There's pirates.
Yes, kind of. It goes back to the 90s. There's like 1,000 hours of One Piece. You could just like jump into any given series.
That is not an enticement to me.
But can I tell you
that
in Mateo's circle, it's like credit. Like, how many episodes have you watched? How many have you watched?
Really?
And like
a competition.
I mean, it's been around forever, right? One Piece started in like the early aughts or late 90s or something.
Late 90s, yeah.
Yeah, it's really old.
He's watched 400 episodes. I'm like, oh, wow.
It's like SpongeBob level of length, this thing. Anyway, all right, let's get to our recommendals this week. Good news is we have 3. Yeah, you heard me. 3 really good recommendals today because Scott never found time to watch anything.
Oh, no, nothing. Oh, bummer.
Hey,
I had no time.
It was your holiday.
I tried. Oh, you know what I did try last night? It would be the most recommendal I could give. I thought I was going to recommend it. I'll just get it out of the way now. There's this horror movie from 2015 that somebody said to me, "Oh, you're missing out. It's totally underrated. You should watch it." And I thought, okay, I'll check it out. And it's called Southbound. It's currently on Tubi. So I watched it fully intending to recommend it. I even captured a clip from it. I think that movie sucked. I can't recommend it to people. It's not good. So,
bummer.
Yeah. So everybody who told me,
Benjamin suggested Sopranos. I know I've been catching up on the Sopranos lately, so you can.
Yeah, I'm on my third watch through of that, but that's happening in the background. I don't know if I could justify it for recommendals, but Southbound, which let's see, it had an 81% review, but I don't know why it didn't work with me. Audience score at 50, that's where I'm at. It just wasn't very good. Anyway, so that's my not really great thing. So we'll jump to Brian's. Brian, you got one here. Do you want me to play this clip, or what do you got?
I'll set it up. I watched it. So I took Scott's role, not knowing that I was going to be doing it. I don't know what the people are saying red on air light for. Did you already mention that you didn't?
When you say we took Scott's role, though, does that mean that you watched some documentary about a butcher of people?
I watched a documentary. Indeed, I did.
Oh, good. I don't know why they're saying red on air light. I have no idea.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll clear it up for us. I watched a documentary, and it is if you liked Free Solo, this feels like it is the it is right in that same vein. And I'll leave it at that. Let's get to the clip.
I loved Free Solo, so now I'm excited. Here we go.
Steve just fell in love with freediving, and especially the blue hole. You literally walk from the beach into an abyss. Like there is this gaping hole in the coral reef, which really like wants you to go down there. And then there's this arch, like a chapel on the water. Unfortunately, it also has a bad reputation. It took lives.
This is the most dangerous dive site on Earth. It's thought to have claimed over 100 lives.
In terms of fatalities, the blue hole is even more perilous than Mount Everest. As well as myself, there's only been a handful of people who have freedived through it.
Oh, I'm so into this sort of thing. Where is this showing even?
That's anxiety attack waiting to happen.
This is, I was going to say, if you're one of those people who tend to hold your breath when you watch movies where people go underwater, then this is not the one for you, because there are people doing this stuff who hold their breath for like 4, maybe close to 5 minutes. Okay. They dive down 100 meters, and then 10 meters before the top, they have to have people pull them up because they've blacked out. And you watch a lot of this. It is amazing. The movie is called The Deepest Breath. It's a documentary about specifically about a freediver named Alessia Zecchini. That's right, Alessia Zecchini. Not with a U, but with an E, so it's Zecchini instead of Zucchini. And safety diver Stephen Keenan, who
is infamous. He is infamous for having overseen people dying.
Yes. Well, and saved their lives, saved countless lives. Yeah. And you get to see one of them where basically it's either, he's making the decision, oh my God, if I go down and pull this guy up, I might die, but I got to do it. And basically gives his, potentially sacrifices himself to save this guy who wasn't coming back up and is known for this. This is, God, it is absolutely beautiful. You get so many interviews with different divers talking about free diving, and this blue hole they talk about has this, it's this, straight shaft down of into the ocean. And then there's this arch, like, a place where you can kind of swim out to the side. You go for about 30 meters and then you can come back up. But if you underestimate anything or you mistime things or whatever, you are going to be trapped in the coral of this arch. You're going to be basically
You're dead.
You're dead.
Do they talk at all about how these people are like breaking the law? Like Egypt has passed a law that you can't go down there?
Oh, I didn't know that.
They didn't mention it at all. Is that really true?
Okay, I didn't know that.
My God.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't mention any of that. This movie, if this kind of freaks you out, I still recommend you watch it because it is, number one, shot beautifully. There are these slow motion shots of giant waves and things like that are just like, Tina and I are like, why doesn't Apple use these for the screensaver screens on the Apple TV when you're watching the slow-mo stuff?
Yeah, those are nice and everything. I'm tired of seeing Dubai every 5 seconds. Give me
right,
something
exactly.
New.
That flyover New York Times Square is enough. I've seen it enough now.
Yeah, getting old.
It is absolutely gorgeously shot, and the interviews with these people really kind of puts you in suspense until the reveal that is coming at the end. And it's just basically because you're noticing that the two main characters, neither of them are doing any interviews throughout the movie. And so you're like, oh my gosh, all right, well, tell me what's going on. And so there is a reveal at the end, and it's maybe not the one you're expecting. This is on Netflix. It is fascinating. And I'd say if you even liked Free Solo a little bit, this is so much in the same vein. You're just, instead of climbing a mountain with no assistance, you're swimming down with one breath with no assistance.
Wow.
And it was absolutely fascinating. Again, it's on Netflix. It's called The Deepest Breath. And Tina and I really, really enjoyed it.
You know what I liked about the clip you played is it has the tone of a the tone of a documentary I like. I don't like the ones that are like, are there aliens in the thing? Like just
God.
the way they talk and stuff. This is just like interviews, people who do it. Here's footage. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that's so my jam. I'm totally
people who have dived with these two and who've been saved. Their lives have been saved by Stephen Keenan, and who's Irish. There's a little Irish when you hear him talking.
Nice.
Just two amazing people with amazing skill and talent to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's almost like reverse. I don't know what you said it right. Free Solo is
it's like the reverse Free Solo. Yeah,
there's
it's
no
like
other
Free
way to
Solo
put it.
in the mirror in the underground.
Yeah. It's like a multiverse thing. I love it.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Randy, I interrupted you. Sorry.
17 stories is like how far some of these people, like if you're swimming the length of a 17-story building straight down. What would you ask, Scott?
Yeah, Randy, I cut Randy off earlier. I didn't mean to do that. Randy, what were you going to say?
I really liked Free Solo for not the main character. Like the other stuff was what I loved so much about Free Solo. And it was, I don't know, there's something about the guy who he's just a jerk. Like I don't like him. So I'm not,
yes, the main guy in Free Solo. He kind of is. Yeah.
Well, and so I'm not really rooting for him. And I instantly become interested in everybody else's take on what he's doing. And so I'm just wondering, like, is this entirely about oh gosh, what's his name? Stephen Keenan?
No, it does focus on the two of them. It actually focuses more on Italian freediver Alessia Zecchini, who's one of the preeminent women divers, free divers out there. And it focuses a lot on the sport, a lot on like what you have to do to be able to do it, and what the competitions look like, how they measure records, like how they figure out how deep you've gone to break that record. And that stuff was just fascinating, the way that you do that and the tools that they use. And you'll be happy to know that nobody in this film is a jerk. Everybody that they interview, the two main people they focus on are like, oh my God, these are the nicest people ever.
Oh,
like,
good. No villains, fake or otherwise. I don't like that in my documentaries.
No fake villains at all.
That's great. Netflix is where you get it. The Longest Breath is the name.
The Deepest Breath.
Or Deepest, sorry about that.
That's all right.
By the way,
TMS
while you were doing that, I was trying to find what the record for the longest breath right now, and the current record is this 56-year-old Croatian guy. In March 2020, he broke the record for the longest breath with 24 minutes, 37 seconds. That's
24 minutes?
Yeah, just to give you a comparison, that's longer than the average episode of The Simpsons. So he was down there for like a whole sitcom half hour.
Oh my God, that's right. He can
ads.
watch Taxi, and as long as he doesn't laugh, he'll be able to sit through the whole thing and not breathe.
It's unbelievable. Freaking 56 too. Anyway. All right, Nicole, we're throwing it over to you. Let's I'm jealous of you because you watched the thing before I did, and I swore I was going to see this the second it streamed, and I haven't yet. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it before I play your clip? What do you got? Ben, she's muted. Oh. Muted? Are you
because there's woodworking going on back there, Scott.
That's right. Nicole is muted. She's probably yelling Mark now. Oh,
Hello?
Oh, you're back.
There you
Hello.
go. We can
Hi.
hear you now.
Weird. I was unmuted. It just didn't register, I guess.
That is weird. All right. Anyway, sorry. Tell us all about this.
That's okay. So my mom watched this first, and I was like, I don't know. I thought it was weird that she watched the movie, and so we watched it together. I will say I've had to do a lot of research after watching the movie. It's kind of one of those movies where you go, what did I just watch? And what did it mean? And honestly, I feel like I need to watch it a second time. So if you like those kind of mentally involved movies, this is right up your alley.
Awesome. Here we go.
I strongly question whether your daughter's silly putty resembles anything from outer space.
It's not silly
I'm sorry,
putty.
but
It's
I
called
doubt
s'mores tosium.
This is excellent.
Thank you. It's really all the machine's doing.
What the devil do you know about astrogeology anyway, JJ, whatever that stands for?
I just maintain the workings.
Sally's thesis is supported by...
Flimsy, outdated evidence.
I beg your pardon.
Not in my opinion. I like the silly putty or s'mores tosium. In fact, I'm just quoting what he said.
Your son's project might very well have killed us all today, by the way.
Coming from the family that brought us the electromagnetic
It's
death
a
ray.
weapon. Of course it's lethal.
So you admit it.
Not to mention Brainiac's flag. I mean, is he trying to provoke World War III or something?
The jet propulsion belt is eminently safe. I allowed an 8-year-old boy to operate it. In fact, I did. Ricky's cousin Chip, and he broke the solo flight altitude record.
Okay. Real quick before you say anything.
You missed the end because they get to the end. This is a group of parents talking about their kids, and they finally go, "They're really weird, aren't they?"
Yeah, and they're right. Let me ask you this question real quick. Is it me or does Liev Schreiber sound like an angry Tom Hanks, who was in this movie also?
Funny. Yeah. I'm hearing Frank Langella. Is
Oh,
who
weird,
I was
really?
hearing.
That's good. That's totally, I can hear that too now that you say it. Oh my gosh.
That's totally who I was hearing. Wow.
All right, tell us what it is and how do you like it?
This is Asteroid City by Wes Anderson, and it's streaming on Peacock.
Peacock.
So you heard, like I said, the parents. So I didn't really know anything going into the movie. I just know I enjoy a Wes Anderson movie, right?
Sure.
I feel like this is different than anything he's done before. And you are going to get a lot of polarizing, I loved it, I hate it kind of feedback on it. I don't know where I land. I'm like in the middle. Like, I feel like if I watch it again, I might love it a little more. The characters over time won me over. And I mean, it's that quick bantery conversation that nobody talks like that. No one talks like that. But I love that about those movies, that they're smart. Jason Schwartzman is in it, and I almost didn't recognize him. Margot Robbie is in it as well. A very small little cameo. You said Tom Hanks. My favorite girl from... what was that Netflix show that she was in? Sophia Lillis. She was. We talked about it.
You're not talking about.
No.
Hope Davis.
She's in it too.
Hope Davis, not Hope Davis.
No. Sophia Lillis. She
know.
did.
The actress is Sophia Lillis.
The actress. Yeah. She did. Oh shoot! What was that show? It was
Yeah, no, the one we loved. Yeah, and they canceled it too early. She's also in the It movies.
Yes, I am not okay with this.
I'm not okay with this.
She's awesome.
And she's also she's a druid in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, she becomes an owl bear for a while. She's great in that.
Yeah.
We love her. She should do more shit. That girl's great.
Yeah.
There's so many people in this. Scarlett Johansson, Maya Hawke. Adrian Brody, Edward Norton, Bryan Cranston.
No Bill Murray.
He actually is.
Oh, right.
Really?
They added it later though. So there's a whole story behind this, right? Because he was busy with. Everyone thinks it's because of the controversy around the other thing, and it's not. He was busy with some other project, and it was the first time where they just couldn't get the schedules to work. But I don't know the story behind how he's finally in there. So I guess you'll have to tell us, unless it's a big spoiler. We're not supposed to know.
It's not in the movie. You have to go on YouTube to find it. He does like a whole narration intro to it on the set. The set is amazing. So, so he's yes and no in it, kind of. So
was that part of your deep dive? When you were done, you were like, I got to go see everything I can read on this, and you found that?
I did. I wanted to understand it because it is a very meta movie. It is a play inside of a movie, making commentary on the process of creating and loss. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, totally
so
makes sense.
Sure.
It's a very, because you're going to go in between. So Bryan Cranston, again, kind of hard to recognize that it's him. He plays the narrator, and he brings you into the movie, and he's explaining about the play that they're about ready to do. And you get the background of how the play is created. Edward Norton is the playwright, and you kind of get his back. So like there's like 3 levels of story in the movie, but it's so well done and it's so weird and different. And it, like I said, if you like those kinds of movies where you kind of peel back those layers, it's a very smart movie. So I'm going to watch it again because I enjoyed it.
I've watched. I'll watch
high praise.
I'll watch his movies over and over all the time, so that doesn't surprise me. I feel like if you hate his movies, then you're never going to want to even see these. Like it feels like it's a very easy demarcation to say I'm either a Wes Anderson fan or I'm not. I don't feel like there's a lot of middle ground. It's just like,
well, I mean, I'll make the case for the above middle ground, which is for me when I watch a Wes Anderson movie, I'm like, okay, I don't need to see that again for 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's intense to watch. Like it's not necessarily intense. You don't have intense feelings necessarily, but it's just like, it takes a lot out of me to watch one of these.
And Wes Anderson is known for his claymation stop motion with the Fantastic Mr. Fox, and there's a little bit of that in this too.
Oh, good. Oh, really? Fun.
Oh, cool. I'm not gonna go into how. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's a very, very funny scene.
Okay, now Brian will understand what I'm about to ask and why I'm asking it. But was there ever a moment where Bryan Cranston and Hope Davis were in the same room? Because if there was there any? If there wasn't, then it makes sense. But if there was, okay.
Hope Davis is one of the parents in that clip. So the clip I sent you is the movie portrayal of the play that's happening.
Right.
So she is one of the parents.
Okay.
So Bryan Cranston is in the play world.
Right.
Hope Davis is in the
movie world, right?
So hard to explain.
So that's good and Brian knows why they'd probably kill each other if they were in the same room. All right,
that's right. There's no love lost between those two and another.
You're referring to Your Honor?
Yes, we are.
She is the most underrated villain of the last 5 years in TV. She's insanely scary in that movie or that show. Anyway,
there's also a fun cameo with Jeff Goldblum. I won't tell you what.
He's bringing back everybody he's ever worked with. It feels like this movie's
right.
All these Wes Anderson movie alums, like he was in.
Love it. I feel like I've turned a lot of people off to this movie, but I just want you to know what you're in for.
Sure.
Because there's a reason why it has like a 2 out of 5 score.
Oh, it does. I didn't know it was that.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On what?
If you
Peacock or where?
No, if you Google Asteroid City, it says reviews, and it's 2 out of 5 stars.
That's
so there's
it's 75% of Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see, IMDb has it at 6.7 out of 10. These are all right. These are decent scores. They're not bad.
And you get questions that float to the top. What the heck is Asteroid City about? What's the point of Asteroid City? Asteroid City ending explained.
Well, it feels like they do that for every movie now. Even movies that are very well explained.
No, you definitely
endings that are. You do need one for this one.
I needed one because I was like, what? It got to the ending. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, but Brian's right about some of the internet. It's like
Stuart Little ending explained.
Ending explained. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to see a Stuart Little ending explained, even though it was.
I'll do one. I'll make one just as a joke.
All right, get that going. That's a good pull, though. All right. Well,
it was funny. It was sad. It was weird. It was at times a little hard to watch, but I'm okay with that in a movie. Mm-hmm. I think I enjoyed it. I think I did.
I'm almost certain I'm going to enjoy it. I just have to take the time and watch it. So.
Yeah, there's Ian, I am sci-fi in the chat room says and reminds me that there was an excellent episode in season 2 of the After Party where the mind movie, because basically every episode in the After Party is somebody's perspective telling how the same events happened. But
we finished the first season, by the way.
Did you start enjoying it more?
Yes, we did.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Season 2, I feel is good. It's not as strong, but my God, it's got such a great cast. Elizabeth Perkins eats up every freaking scene that she's in. I just want an Elizabeth Perkins sitcom or something, some regular Elizabeth Perkins thing.
She is underappreciated, I think.
She really is. But there's one entire episode starring the blonde girl from Pen 15 that is all Wes Anderson.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now I may have to watch that show. That sounds
You
great.
may have to watch that show. I mean, I called it one of my best recommendals of 2021, 2022, whenever.
Every time it comes up, you guys, I'm hearing nothing but praise, except for last week where you weren't sure about
Nicole
it.
Wasn't sure about it at the beginning, but it won her over finally.
Yep, finally.
Sorta. I mean, it's
Life finds
something
a
to
way.
watch that I don't hate.
It's something to watch.
All right. Pushed too far. Went too far.
Oh, that's good. It's something to watch. What a
One
rousing.
of the greatest things that Nicole ever watched. All right, but go ahead, Randy. That's your turn.
Again, that is where is it? Peacock is where that's showing.
Western City is Peacock.
Randy, let's fly over to you and play whatever you have here. Set us up, please.
17 years ago, some folks started a series and sold it to Sci-Fi Channel. And instead of a pilot, they made 3 episodes of the series, which are awesome. And I watched it at the time, and I remember everybody I talked to about it, everybody that I knew who watched it on the Sci-Fi Channel in 2006 was like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever seen. It's so interesting. It's so entertaining. I can't wait for more of this. And then, of course, it never happened. There was never more. So you have the 3-episode mini series now, and it just vanished into the ether. And so for years and years, every now and then you'd come across somebody who managed to have gotten it on DVD or something, and you could watch this thing, but it just sort of like just languished. And it's been on Amazon Prime lately, so I'm very excited to tell you can go watch this on Amazon Prime. It's a supernatural mystery, and you're about to hear Peter Krause as a detective who has come into possession of a very strange object, talking to Kevin Pollak, who is a stranger to him who knows all about these supernatural goings on, and they are very awkward.
I remember this now. I loved this at the time. So, all right, here we go. Let's play it.
You really don't know what I'm talking about? Holy crap. It's amateur hour. This guy's got the key, doesn't even know what it is.
How many objects are there? All right.
All right. There's a lot of them, about 100 at least. Nobody really knows for sure.
100? And do they all?
They do weird stuff. Some are useful, some aren't. Used to know a guy with the pencil. You know what the pencil does? Makes pennies. Tap it on the table, penny falls out. That's it. Guy made $500 a day tapping a damn pencil noon to night. 6 months of that, tapped his brains out. Then there's the umbrella. It makes people think they know you. Particularly helpful if you're shy. Last guy who had it moved to Seattle to be less conspicuous.
That was Kevin Pollak talking?
Yeah.
It's funny. It didn't sound like his typical New York, whatever, the New York accent kind of thing.
That threw me.
I feel like if I watch this again, it will be brand new for me. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Me too.
It will. And I just want to say no more. It's a mystery. It's complicated. There's a lot of wonderful things to find out as you watch it. It is on Amazon Prime, and it looks like it's expiring at the end of this month. So you have the rest of September.
Oh, good
watch
to
it
know.
on Amazon
Watch it.
Prime.
Yeah, I would like to re-see this. This blew my mind at the time. What I didn't know it was a Sci-Fi Channel thing. I had no idea.
Yeah,
they were making nothing but shit back then.
Yeah, it's just like where shows went to die, right? Like they had such an awesome miniseries for Dune back then, and just like it just the death knell. Oh, it's on Sci-Fi. Oh well.
Yeah, right. yeah. 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb. I think it deserves that.
Did you even say the name?
Oh no, we didn't. The Lost Room.
Shitoutaluck.com.
Shitoutaluck.com. It's The Lost Room, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good show. That's real good, you
It
guys.
is,
It's 3 episodes.
People are saying that was Peter Jacobson talking to Peter Krause.
That's it.
Oh, maybe that's why it didn't sound right to me.
It didn't sound right to me either, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. Now I look
Doesn't
at Peter Jacobson, I can hear that coming out of his mouth, but who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, Peter Jacobson talking in that. Kevin Pollak plays a rich guy who has a problem, and he's being investigated again. details do not help you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you really got to watch this thing from beginning to end and enjoy all the mystery unraveling.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. Yeah, this was another one I saw years ago and had forgotten about it. So I think it would feel fairly new to me too watching it. So I'm in.
Anyone, whatever. So felt like this flash in the pan, but did any of these people go on to do other cool stuff? Like, oh, okay. Well, one of the creators, directors,
did, Parenthood, and
sure. The other guy, the creator or the writer-creator, did a bunch of directing work, but I don't know.
Was this before or after 6 Feet Under?
After, right? 06 would have been after, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another show I've never seen. Don't laugh at me.
Really? What? Oh gosh, I thought you and I have talked about that before.
No, I've always wanted to see that one. I know it's on people's lists of some of the greatest TV ever. I just have never gotten around to it.
Oh, for sure.
Hopefully on Max Forever, and I can just catch it finally. But
oh yeah, did you mention Elle Fanning? Elle Fanning in this?
Oh,
the reason that I watched this just recently because we saw her sister in a movie for FilmSack, and I was just thinking, I'll bet when she was a little girl, Elle Fanning was even better, maybe better.
I'll bet she was. She was also. It was just great. 2 years later. She was in that J.J. Abrams thing that what was that called with the big alien? It was basically like Spielberg movie. No. Super 8. Alien. Super 8. That's what it was. Super 8.
Oh, Super 8.
Super 8. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
She was great in that, but she was starting to age out of the little kid roles, and I remember thinking, man, she's gonna be these Fanning kids. What's in the diet over at the Fanning house? My gosh, they're so good. Anyway, Randy,
we'll probably eventually find out with the documentary about 20 years from now.
Yeah, we'll find out what they were juicing those two with because they're so brilliant. Brandy, this seems like a good time, and your point is it holds up. This does not. It has aged well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it is quite 2000s TV. You know, like there's some things about 2000s television shows, like they were all kind of being shot and edited in the same way.
Yeah.
But it totally holds up. Great story. There was supposed to be a comic book that spun out of this, and that wasn't able to ever get off the ground. It would have been really, really interesting if it had.
Might have answered some questions or expanded the universe or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. It is Banner Day. Go check out all of these titles. Again, we have the largest breath.
What? The deepest
breath. Deepest breath. I keep thinking
Asteroid City.
Meteor Townville. Asteroid City on Peacock, and The Lost Room on Prime. Okay. Those are where you get them. Of course, they'll be on quicktms.li probably.
They're already there. Yep.
That's fantastic. It's great having you two on. You guys have anything else going on that you want to mention? I know we got Nicole, you always got woodworking cool stuff. What's going on?
We do. If you are interested in learning woodworking, check out our guild, woodwhispererguild.com.
Yeah.
We have a new class coming up with a really famous woodworker named Christopher Shores, and he's teaching how to build a stick chair without any power tools. You don't even need power tools.
A stick chair out of sticks?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I mean, wood is sticks, but yeah.
Yeah, wood is sticks. Sticks are wood. You're right. You know what? I don't know why I got hung up on the fact that it was sticks. It is still woodworking no matter what you do.
It's just called a stick chair. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Sticks is both wood and a band. Okay? Let's remember that.
That's right.
Have a great week.
When
we'll
you
talk
get
to you
that
soon.
chair, you'll say Domo Arigato.
Yeah, Mr. Staccato. Hey, Randy, this weekend we're doing The Flash for some reason. Are you excited about that?
The reason is Brian watched it, and
I don't want to watch it again. So if we are ever going to do The Flash, we better do it now while it's still in my head.
Get it out of the system now. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because I just need to have some closure on all of the blabber around it. Like, was it?
Yeah, there's a discourse. Okay.
Right.
Well, and I thought of a thing that I can't wait to talk about when we talk about the show on Saturday that just came to me a couple days ago and completely broke the movie for me. So
really?
We'll talk about that on Saturday morning. Yeah.
Ooh, is it a time-related thing? Because you're good at the...
It totally is, yes.
Right. That makes sense. Randy, have a fantastic week. We'll see you later. Okay.
Okay, all right then.
That completes today's show with one tiny exception. Oh, hi. Sorry, hold on. There's a little boy here. Hi, buddy.
There's another tiny exception that just walked into the room.
I'll come see you soon. You should go watch Bluey. I'll come right up. You want to watch Bluey? Yeah. All right. He loves Bluey. He loves Bluey.
Cutest thing.
He's pretty cute. I'll see you in a sec, okay, bud? Save me a seat. All right. Brian, we got to play this thing about parking.
Let's play it.
All right.
Or read it.
Here, or read it. Yeah, you're right. It's not a call. This is a text though, and it came from somebody
Man
without
on fire. Just get AI to read it, please. That's all we need.
Should just get that guy to read it. It wouldn't take much actually to have him read it. Hold on. Should we do this? Let's do it.
If you've got it, Andy, yes, please.
Yeah, it's not hard. Okay. Here's that guy from Film Sack who is not Scott Fletcher whenever I don't have Scott Fletcher. Here you go. Will it play? It will. All right, here we go. Play it. Generating. It's generating. It's going. It's happening. It's taking forever.
You spoke of parking this morning and parking at Red Rocks, a concert venue. I recently went to the 2 Metallica shows here in the Dallas area. They were at AT&T Stadium and 100,000 people attended. I have a handicap placard because of my back, neuropathy in my feet, and bulging discs in my neck. We parked literally 20 feet from the doors, and it was glorious. The people they get to direct traffic apparently don't know how to count because there are always spots left open in primo parking areas.
That's the entirety of it.
I love it. Oh, my God.
You know what's hard with that, though? The voice is so weird that it makes me forget what it's talking about.
Yeah, it's true. Like you forget to pay attention to the content, the content, because you're so focused on Man on Fire.
We're gonna keep. Hey, look, it's Scott Fletcher holding us hostage. When he doesn't send me a thing, I don't have a choice. It's what we're doing.
That's right. That AI's name is Scott Fletcher.
Yeah, there you have it. Faux spelled like the French way.
Faux F-A-U-X Letcher. Yeah.
But I love this idea of being able to see 100,000 people in attendance venue of any kind.
Yeah, and you just park 20 feet from the doors.
Can you imagine that?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I wonder if you'd want to leave early so you're not at the end of the mess. You know?
Right, because you're going to be waiting behind everybody else. 100,000 people in other cars.
That sounds awful. That I don't want to deal with. But anyway, you guys got lucky. Congratulations. And 2 Metallica shows. Jeez. You must be a fan. I
took people around this weekend who attended 4 Fish shows. And hey, power to you if you can do that. I don't even think, one of my favorite bands is Squeeze. And I don't think I could see Squeeze 2 nights back to back because I feel like, that maybe that's the difference. Fish changes their set list every single night, so it's always a surprise. Squeeze would probably have the same set list, so that is probably the big difference. If I knew that they were doing 2 different set lists, I probably would go see them on 2 consecutive nights.
But is that them watching Fish shows in Denver 2 nights in a row, or is that them traveling with the band? Or?
Fish was here for the whole Labor Day weekend, Friday through Sunday, doing shows every night. And
wow.
Dr. Calhoun, you're not wrong. Says, how long did it take you to get the pot smell out of the car after that? I drove one guy who I'm pretty sure was on acid. I think when did I talk about him? I must have talked about him on something because I remember talking about, oh man, cowabunga, dude. It's we're going to Fish. I think I talked about it on Saturday morning with Film Sack, maybe.
Oh yeah. I think you did. That sounds right. Sounds like something we talked about.
I think somebody dropped some acid before I picked him up.
Well, this is what those people who like fish say.
I love fish.
They love fish.
There you go. There's one of the fans that I drove right there.
Yeah. Even better version right here.
I love fish.
There.
It is a better version.
It is. Thank you for the rando text. We didn't get a name, but still love getting these. 801-471-0462. You can also leave your voicemails there. And if you'd rather email us, you can do that at themorningstream@gmail.com. We're out of here. Support us on Patreon, folks. That's how the show is paid for. Patreon.com/TMS. We are early enough in the month that if you get in now, you'll be able to get all of this month's benefits. But you got to sign up soon over at Patreon.com/TMS. Go read all about it and join the family. Thanks to everybody who already is there. We are at frogpants.com/TMS for everything else you might be looking for, except for today's song, which we're about to tell you about. So, Brian, do that, and let's go.
We'll tell you about it right now. Put on the reading glasses for this. Ducey wrote in, our buddy Ducey, who puts weird paper tabs in our mouths and tells us if we have super taste. Hey, Stronger and Better. I just got back from Epic Experience, a camp for cancer survivors, and many of them celebrated their cancerversaries in fun ways. So I figured I'd join suit and ask for a Daft Punk cover by Pomplamoose. This spring I celebrated 8 years. Awesome. And I no longer have to go get scanned. If any other tadpole cancer survivors are out there, I highly recommend checking out all the free cancer camps that are out there, and I'll give anyone a list of a bunch to check out. Just ask me on Discord. Is it too early for a honk? Ah!
Oh my gosh. No. How about this? Nope, that's Wendy. Hold on. Is it this one?
Honk. Oh.
Where's the real one? See, the problem is that new one got in my way, and now I've lost the real, the other one. Let's see. Is this it?
How about
No. Yep, that's Tom.
Let me know how all that works, because it did. Like, if you type honk, does it not just only show you?
Well, the problem is I have so many with the name Honk. Like,
oh, really?
I have a volume problem. So in fact, you know what? Here's a quick look at all the honks. Honk. All right, that's honk number 1. Honk number 2. There's another honk. Here's one.
Nobody's serious.
Another honk. Another honk. Oh, there he is. We found him.
He's number 5. Number 5 honk.
You did not just honk at me.
There's another one. There's a few. I got a lot of honks, Brian, is all I'm saying.
That sounded like the same honk in the you did not.
Oh, yeah, let's check those. Let's see. So a little bit different. A little bit of a little...
Same car, though.
Yeah,
different
car.
audio clips, but the exact same automobile.
I'd put money on that was the same, like Ford, I don't know, Ford something.
Right, exactly the same model.
Anyway.
Oh, Ducey's here live. Awesome.
Oh,
dude.
hey,
so
Steve
good to see you,
Ducey.
man.
I didn't know about
Congratulations on your cancerversary.
I didn't know about him having cancer at some point.
I didn't think I knew either. Did you talk with Tina about that? Because if you did, she never mentioned it to me.
Yeah,
but that's awesome.
That's great, dude. I'm super happy.
Congratulations. So
yeah.
I loved this album. Pomplamoose put out an album called Daft Pomp back in 2022, and every single song on there is brilliant. This is my favorite of the batch because it just goes so well with Natalie Dawn's voice. It's called Instant Crush. Here is Pomplamoose.
I'm on the wrong tab. There we go.
Get more at frogpants.com. Can Bosley regrow your hair?
Well, you'd have to.
I don't know.
You have to ask him. I don't know.